All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you. And the first thing that I want to talk about is YouTuber TechLead accused of a scam as a million token plummets. This is kind of interesting that I came across this because my live stream on Friday, within like the first 10 minutes, I had a viewer come in and start basically shilling a million token to me that it was backed by TechLead. So apparently this TechLead YouTuber who used to be a Facebook or a Google employee put $1 million of his own dollars for this token as liquidity on Uniswap, and now it's plummeting something fierce, and he's been shilling it real hard, saying it's going to go to $100 million, this, that, or the other thing, which is probably really illegal because you can't really make something as a security and then say that it's going to go up in price or be at a certain price level, because when it's not, it's very, very misleading. So I imagine eventually somebody's probably going to call the authorities on this person, and the SEC is going to charge them eventually, but not just yet. So TechLead, a YouTuber with 1.1 million subscribers, has been accused of scamming his community after he launched his own crypto. TechLead, a former Google and Facebook employee turned YouTuber with over 1.1 million followers, has been accused of conducting a pump and dump scam. The token, which launched on July 1st, has a hard cap of 1 million tokens. TechLead claims the token price cannot fall below $1 as each token is backed by $1 of his own money. On its website, it's described as a decentralized digital currency for millionaires by millionaires. Okay. Since the launch, TechLead has aggressively promoted the token on his social media channels. In a YouTube video uploaded on the day the token was made available for trading, TechLead told his followers, "We're going to the moon, we're going to the moon, that's right. We're going to be rich. You guys, I don't see how we can not be rich." Well, when the SEC comes after you for making an unregistered security, you might not be so rich, and that's probably why I'm using your thumbnail now. Thanks, TechLead, for making it for me. I really appreciate your thumbnail. Thank you. The million tokens, which started at $1, saw massive growth over the next 3 days, rising over 3,500% from its launch. However, the euphoria was short-lived, and by the morning of July 4th, the price had started to collapse. A million token is down 64% from its all-time high. Following the crash, accusations of a pump and dump started emerging on Twitter. Those following the situation were quick to note that large amounts of liquidity have been taken off Uniswap by the same address that minted the million tokens. At the same time, other users found that a previously inactive account had bought over $100,000 worth of million tokens before the price increase. Despite the price collapse and accusations that the project is a scam, TechLead is doubling down on the million token. In a tweet posted Sunday night, he stated a $100 million price target for the token. So bad. And urged his followers that they should start packing your spacesuit, stop whining, and start helping. Okay. So now you know this is definitely a scam by a 1.1 million follower, subscriber rather, crypto YouTuber, TechLead, at $100 million price target. Come on, let's get real. So yeah, this guy's he's definitely going to be at least fined pretty bad by the SEC eventually here. Look, I didn't get into crypto for 2x returns. If you want a safe stock, go get GME or AMC, which those aren't even safe stocks. What is he talking about? But if you're going to the moon jacuzzi bar for 100 million minimum, then I suggest you start packing your spacesuit, stop whining, and start helping. Thanks, your dad. Okay, scammer. And promoting the token to his followers with references to guaranteed price gains, TechLead may have also violated the Securities and Exchange Commission's regulations. The SEC is yet to comment on the activity. You think he violated the SEC regulations by making an unregistered security and then telling everybody it's going to be $100 million? Ah, geez. I mean, I don't know about that one. I mean, that's a tough one. Other online influencers have been accused of similar antics in recent weeks. Esports organization Faze Clan recently dropped one member and suspended three other after their involvement in a pump and dump scheme. So TechLead, ooh, geez, I would leave the country really fast, my friend. That's not legal advice, but if you can afford your spacesuit, your spacesuit, and your spaceship, I would get off the planet really fast because the SEC is going to be coming. I mean, they're a slow process. Don't get me wrong. You got some time because the SEC is very, very slow, but they're coming. I can just see like 6 months from now, I'm going to be making a video on this. Hey, remember that TechLead guy? And and then continue. Ex-Cryptopia employee admits to stealing $170,000 in crypto from the exchange. Cryptopia just can't get right. This poor exchange. Oh, these people. An ex-employee hacked New Zealand-based cryptocurrency exchange Cryptopia today, pleaded guilty to stealing over $170,000 worth of digital assets. The defendant, who cannot be named yet for legal reasons, is admitted to 2 counts of theft at Christchurch District Court, New Zealand news site Stuff reported. Cryptopia was New Zealand's largest cryptocurrency exchange until it went into administration in 2019 after a major hack. The crypto, worth $17.85 million, disappeared in the hack, and former users are still in the process of getting back their stolen funds. Today's hearing was unrelated to the 2019 exploit. So this actually happened after that, after they started to try to rebuild. But the defendant, who was remanded on bail, claimed to have raised concerns with management around the security of private keys for wallets held by Cryptopia. Well, he certainly got a point on that one, because what happened with that hack was pretty unique in the sense that it wasn't just like, oh, they got a hold of the crypto and they took it out and the hackers ran off with $17 million worth of crypto. No, in this case, it was, they basically hacked the system and they got the actual private keys from the exchange. So the exchange did not realize that they had the private keys for a little while, and they were just siphoning and siphoning. Then they realized they did have the private keys, and the problem was that people were still mining to Cryptopia. People were still depositing on Cryptopia, or like automatic deposits, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, if all those automatic deposits were still going into a wallet that Cryptopia could no longer control without the private keys. So the wallets were just going into stolen wallets, and the hackers were just continuing to grab the money as it just sort of landed in there. So it was a particularly bad exploit. He later made copies of the private keys, and then he took them home to put them on his computer. The defendant was then allegedly able to drain funds from the Cryptopia wallet. So he basically raised concerns with the management over the security of the private keys. So he took it into his own hands and took the private keys and put them on his own computer. And then he must have got tempted or something and took $170,000. Usually you just take a little bit of money. Just take like the pizza money out. They might not notice that, but people are going to notice pretty fast when you take $170,000. Thieves are just not particularly smart. Like maybe like, oh man, I can't afford gas in my car this day. Even though you work for an exchange and you should probably be making reasonable money, but like, take a little bit out, like $40, fill up your gas tank. Maybe they won't notice that, right? But 170,000, somebody's going to notice that real fast. Thieves, they're just not particularly intelligent. Stuff reported that the ex-employee later admitted what he had done in September of 2020 after accounting firm Grant Thornton, which is in charge of overseeing the return of any user's stolen funds, noticed that the crypto had gone missing from a number of wallets. He then offered to pay back the funds over time. The defendant will be sentenced on October 20th. At its peak, Cryptopia reported 1.4 million users worldwide. And since its hack in 2019, account holders have managed to get priority over Cryptopia's creditors to get back their lost crypto, but still not just quite yet. And moving on here to the final news of the day here. Barclays tells cardholders it's stopping payments to Binance. And a lot of people have posted the texts and the emails that they got on various subreddits that this is true, that they're getting a whole bunch of information from the bank saying that they can no longer deposit or exchange any funds with Binance. Customers have been reporting that Barclays, a British multinational universal bank, has been blocking payments to Binance cryptocurrency exchange over the last week. The financial services giant has confirmed to cardholders that Barclays card payments to the cryptocurrency exchange will not be allowed until further notice. One of the crypto investors dashboard, Wealth Cody's co-founders, who goes by Lee on Twitter, posted a text from Barclays that read, "As you've made a payment to Binance this year, we wanted to let you know that we're stopping payments made by credit and debit card to them until further notice. This is to help keep your money safe. For further info, please search FCA Binance online. We're sorry for any disruption this may cause you." Along with some provocative language unfit for print here, Lee added, "I think you're going to lose a customer here. You can't tell me where I can spend my money." He wasn't the only unhappy Barclays and Binance customer taking to Twitter to voice the frustration. So a bunch of people have been taken to Twitter, various subreddits, etc. Barclays is in damage control mode on Twitter as unhappy customers give negative feedback on the new policy. The bank's social media account manager is referring Binance users to the Financial Conduct Authority of the United Kingdom's website for further information on Binance and investing in crypto assets generally. So it's just like, refer to the United Kingdom, even though it has nothing to do with them. It's just our bank. But refer it to somewhere else, right? Because that'll help you. On June 26th, the FCA warned consumers that Binance Markets Limited will no longer be allowed to engage in any regulated financial services in the United Kingdom. So fair enough. So the United Kingdom doesn't want anything to do with Binance. The British Regulatory Authority also gave some general guidance about investing in cryptocurrency. Be wary of adverts online and on social media promising high returns on investments in crypto asset or crypto asset related products. While we don't regulate assets like Bitcoin or Ether, we do regulate certain crypto asset derivatives such as futures contracts, contracts for difference, and options, as well as those crypto assets we would consider securities. So, yeah, that's real funny. You know, just going on social media, seeing these high returns and just going at it. That's how you should get into investment anyways. Just go on social media and listen to everybody. Listen to me. Listen to everybody. Listen to TechLead making 1 million token, and then it's just going to be $100 million because that's a totally realistic amount. 1 million times 100 million, totally realistic amount, totally realistic market cap. That's a number so large that... let's see. I ran out of fingers. 100 million times 1 million market cap. This is totally fine. $100 million. Great job, TechLead. This is going to be great. I went to his website and the clickbait is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. He's holding coins and stuff like that. There's all kinds of rockets going off. Thanks for the thumbnail. I didn't even have to do Photoshop. I just took TechLead's, right? Because he's just scamming people, taking all the liquidity out, and promising people $100 million. So I'm taking your thumbnail. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking your thumbnail for the payment, for punishment. I'm taking your thumbnail. But that's all I have for you guys today. $33,990 Bitcoin. We're kind of rallying with Bitcoin a day or so ago, and it's gone. So insert South Park meme here, and it's gone. So not quite yet. I believe that Grayscale actually unlocks the GBTC derivatives, so anybody who bought in 6 months ago will unlock soon, and I believe the last unlocking period that I know of was in February, so it should be sometime soon, maybe August. Sometimes there's overlapping periods where people can buy in, and then you have a 6-month lockup period, and I believe that's soon, and I'll make a video on that as well and what that might do for the markets, but it might not be looking so good as not a lot of people are wanting to be buying back in with crypto kind of going down at the moment, although I would argue it's sideways. Others would argue it's going down. While it was shooting way up, everybody was buying into GBTC shares, and now it might not be the case, but I'll make a video on that when I find out more information on when that unlocks, and talk about that a little bit more. But that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. My social media in the description below. Give me a follow on those when you get the chance to do so. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.